Welcome, Cancer, to your mid-November reading. Thank you for tuning in. Now, Cancer, please forgive me for the lateness of my reading. I have absolutely been so busy over the last few months with so much going on in my life, and I just haven't been able to get my readings out at the right time. So they're kind of turning into mid-month readings, but look, my readings are timeless anyway, so whenever you're watching them and getting the messages, it will be relevant for you. And this will last for a few weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. And you know what? Timing in the tarot is very sketchy as well. You know, this, you could be watching this in 5 months' time, and this can be relevant for you as well. But let's get into your reading. Now, just quickly before I start, I do offer free mini readings, not free mini readings anymore. I used to offer them. I have so many to go through. I'm working through them slowly. So if you have requested one, it is coming. But I'm noticing that a lot of people are not coming back and watching the video. So I'm putting a lot of time and energy into the readings for nothing. So if you would like a mini reading, just leave a small donation. Put your comment in the comment section below, what you'd like me to focus on or a question, and I will do your reading, and I will leave a link to your reading in response to your comment. So at least if you pay for it, I know that you're going to come back and watch it. Well, I would hope you would. You wouldn't just throw away your money, and it won't be a wasted effort on my part. But now let's get into your reading. Now, wow, you start out the energy with such a great card, the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this has been coming out for so many star signs. So I feel like this is very collective energy. Now, these are all jumpers. I don't film this part of it because I feel like it's going to take too long, but I will get some clarifying cards out and you will be able to see how I do it. But the Wheel of Fortune, this is exactly as it says, a fortunate turn of events, that turning of that karmic cycle in your favor. And this can even talk about a small windfall for some of you. But it is a very favorable card. Now I can see here that there has been some issues, perhaps mentally for a lot of you. This can be you struggling with depression, struggling with a broken heart, some of you hanging on to some real pain from the past. And you've got the Six of Swords here, and this is telling me you are leaving troubled times behind you. You've been really, you've got the Nine of Wands right beneath it, and this is that card of the wounded warrior. So I really feel like for a lot of you, you have been struggling for quite some time. This could be pain from the past as well, but this card says you are almost there. Do not give up. Now, you've got 2 nines as a matter of fact, and I like to look at synchronicities like that. And, when you get multiple nines are an indication that you've really come a long way on your path. And they can also talk about extremes in your life as well, extremes in optimism, extremes in pessimism, and it's almost like you feel like you're there, you're almost there, and you almost are, but there's just one final push. And particularly if you've been struggling with something that's really been challenging for you, and you've been doing it for quite some time, and you kind of feel like, oh, I just can't handle this anymore. You're almost there. And, the thing here with this is, it's like it's like you've got this desire to move on. You don't want to be in this painful energy of the Six of Swords. You know, the Six of Swords, I actually like the Six of Swords in a sense, because it tells me that you are moving on. You're no longer staying where there's troubled shores, there's, you know, clouded mind, stressful times, painful times. You're no longer going to stay there. You are making a decision, you're moving on. And you know, you have the Chariot card, and you know what the Chariot card represents? Cancer. That, I don't know if you can see it on the bottom of this card. These cards are really good. They actually put the symbol of the star sign, and you've got the little Cancer symbol down there. But this is such a good sign when you show up in your own reading. It is a powerful, powerful reading. You are in control. And not only does showing up in your reading mean that you are taking control of your life and your situation, but that's exactly what the Chariot talks about itself. It's a card of you being in the driver's seat, of you deciding how fast, how slow you want that chariot to go, whether to turn right, to turn left, to go up, down. You are in control. You are the driver of your own destiny here. And I'm loving this for you. And you know, it's not easy to be the driver of your own destiny. It's not easy to be that charioteer. It talks about two opposing forces. Whenever you see the black and the white horse, or some tarot decks will have, you know, a black and a white sphinx, or two different creatures, and it represents opposing forces. It's almost like you're being pulled in two different directions. But being that charioteer, you have got the strength and the determination to grab the reins and go, no, this is where I want to go. I don't want you to pull me that way or this way. This is where we're going. And you are telling the horses this way. And, you know, this is, and I feel like, you know, you've got the Three of Swords here as well. This is heartbreak from the past, or pain from the past. And it's interesting, you've got the Six of Cups here. This is past energy. This is nostalgia. This is thinking back. So for a lot of you, you may be dwelling on this, but that lucky Wheel of Fortune, you're making decisions here that are really going to turn out in your best interests. And look at this, the Nine of Pentacles. What a beautiful card. This is a card of you really having worked hard, and you're achieving what you want financially, in your career. You're in a really good place. And this is surrounding yourself with luxury and enjoying your life. You know, if this is how you want to live your life, you know, it's right beneath the Chariot. So if you want to surround yourself with beauty and luxury and enjoy your wealth, then you're going to be doing it. You're not going to be listening to other people here. You are going to be doing it. And, you know, you've got the Knight of Swords here. Now, this can represent an air sign, so a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarian here. I mean, you've got the scales here. Could be a significant Libra in your life for some of you. But this is that fast action. This is like lightning speed. Changes are coming in swiftly. And like I said, that Wheel of Fortune showing movement, in a positive direction, that movement in the Six of Swords. You're moving on. You don't want to stay in tumultuous times any longer. And the Chariot, that is movement. You could be going on a journey. You could be going on a holiday. You could actually be moving home. But there is progress here for you, and it is happening very, very swiftly. So I love that for you. Now, this deck is the Mystical Tarot, which I love using, and I'm going to clarify now with the Tarot of the Witches. I usually use this deck for Halloween, but I had some other cards that I wanted to use, so I didn't end up using this, so I thought I'd use it this month. But we'll get some clarifying cards out to see what direction things are going in here for you. But absolute, ooh, a card just flew off to the side. I'm just going to have to take my mic off because it's right over there. Apologies for that. My mic has got a cord. It's not cordless. So that was the Six of Wands. Wow, that is victory. And not only that, you've got 2 sixes. And as I said, I don't believe in coincidences here. So sixes talk about harmony. They bring about harmony. And so any uncertainty that you've had, there, this is just plain relief coming in here for you. It's almost like any challenges that you've had in the past, there's joy coming in here now. And also, it's a really nice time to reflect when the sixes come up and look back, and particularly in that 6 of Cups there, it's a great time to reflect on things, but there is absolute victory coming in here for you, Cancer. I love that card, the 6 of Wands. How beautiful is that energy? This is you being hailed by those around you as well for a job well done. This could be you getting awards in your career, or not even in your career if you're an artist or something like that. This is great news. And look at that. Kaboom. 3 sixes, the 6 of Swords. Actually, 4 sixes because you got the 6 of Swords twice. And the 8 of Swords. Now, definitely I see a few of you really struggling here with, I'd say, troubling thoughts. Swords are all about the mind, your thoughts, your intellect, the way you communicate. If you've been struggling and fighting and communicating in a harsh way with other people, I feel like this is coming to an end. And if you've been feeling trapped as well by your own thoughts, I feel like there's movement here as well. The 8 of Swords is often depicted in a traditional deck with a figure standing within a ring of swords. They've got a blindfold on, their hands are tied behind their back, and they look like they're trapped. But when you look at the blindfold closely, you can actually see right through it. It's not a big heavy blindfold. And if you look at the ropes, they're often not even tied in a knot. And the gaps between the swords that surround the figure are so wide that once they wriggle their hands out of the rope, take off the blindfold, they can easily walk through the swords. So I feel like a lot of this is your mental energy that is keeping you stuck and keeping you trapped, and you're moving away from this. And boy, you are going to be so successful at doing that, Cancer. Like I said, people are going to be looking at you and just praising you and saying, how did you do it? That's amazing. You have done such a good job. And they're really going to, it's almost like you are going to be someone that people look up to or look at for guidance themselves in how to free themselves from this negative mental energy. And like I said, this can be depression for some of you. This just can be that negative chatter that we have. I'm not good enough, I'm a terrible person, everything I do is wrong, all of that negative kind of chatter that we tell ourselves that just isn't true, particularly in this case here, Cancer. But yep, absolutely feel that you are moving on. Yeah, the Knight of Wands, very fast moving again. You've got 2 knights here as well, and 2 of the fastest moving energy. This is, you're on the ball. Mentally, you are sharp. You're making decisions. You know which way to go. Things are coming back into balance. you've got passion, you've got desire here, you've got will, determination in that Knight of Wands as well. And look at that. I love this card though. How cool is that? That's the World. This is the end of an era, the end of a cycle. All of this negativity, all of this mental strain, worry, anxiety, depression, it's over with. You are truly combating any of that stuff. You are successful. The World talks about endings, but it talks about successful completions. This isn't any sadness here. You are standing on top of the world, fist pumping the air, going, hooray, thank goodness I've done it, it's over. So this is real success here, and it's like almost like in the end of an era. You're not going back. This is movement forward to a place that is truly joyful for you here in that World. I love that. Absolutely love the World card for you. Now let's see. Wow, the High Priestess. Now this has been coming out for a lot of star signs as well. And this is you tapping into your intuition. This is unlimited potential here in the High Priestess as well. This is sacred knowledge. This is you getting messages from your angels, your spirit guides. You're being guided here in a way. And if you have dreams, if you've got any gut feelings, the High Priestess really says listen to them and move on them. You know what I mean? Take action on any of those feelings. And Cancer, you're a water sign, so you are very in tune with that kind of stuff anyway. You're very psychic, you're very spiritual for a lot of you, and you you can tap into all of that High Priestess downloads, all of those messages that are coming through. Now, you also got the Three of Wands and the Tower card. Now, there could be a really sudden and unexpected event here that happens. Now, this could have something to do with your work, your career. Now, the Three of Wands is a card of mentorship, of leadership, of great craftsmanship, of sharing your wisdom, sharing your knowledge. This is also a card of teamwork makes the dream work, working in a nice little team here. So there could be something that comes in that shakes up your career. There could be, now, often a lot of people see the Tower as a very negative card. But the Tower just talks about sudden and unexpected events. And they are sudden and unexpected. They shift your world, sometimes upside down, but it's happening for a reason. It's removing something that just isn't right for you, doesn't serve you. The story of the Tower is you often see them in many decks where the Tower is built on the side of a volcano or on the edge of a cliff, and it's just completely unstable ground. And so when a lightning strike comes down and hits it, of course it's going to fall down. It's just not stable. But when that lightning strike comes in, it allows you to rebuild the Tower much stronger, in a much more appropriate place, and it's great happiness here after that, after the Tower. Now, the Tower can also be something like finding out that you're pregnant and not expecting it, and it's like, wow, my world's just kind of going to change now. That is completely thrown me for a loop. Or it can also be meeting that amazing love that you weren't expecting. You were going about your business and you meet someone and two worlds collide and bang, things shift and change. It's like an earthquake, So it doesn't necessarily mean something bad, but it does talk about something significant shifting and changing that you weren't expecting. And if you look at this particular tower, you can just see here behind the clouds is a little sun. And this is kind of really nice because it represents that those clouds are going to move and that sun is going to be shining bright. And the sun, well, that's the best card in the deck, isn't it? That is shining its light and bringing you so much joy here. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is a shift and a change in your career. You might, because you've got the Chariot, I feel like you are bringing about this tower moment. So for some of you, you may decide to leave a job, leave a career. For some of you also, you might be starting a new business, having a promotion. And you know, the interesting thing here is you got the Hangman and you have the Empress. Wow. This is a great time for you to have a baby if any of you are thinking about it, because the Empress is that mother energy, that female, that divine feminine energy. But the Empress is a card of fertility. It's a card with that talks about a great time for things to grow. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are contemplating doing something new, starting a new business, going in a new direction with your career, doing something that you're passionately excited about. And you're also looking at things quite differently when the Hangman card shows up here as well. So although you may be feeling stuck, take this opportunity to really assess where you're going, because once you make a decision, boy, you've got that fast moving energy to spirit your way to that next big adventure in life. And the Empress is such a wonderful, wonderful card. So joyful, so productive, so many things can grow. So like I said, great time for you to start new projects, start a new business, start a new job. Things are going to be really, really wonderful here for you. Now, I'm going to get one final card out from the Now I Understand Oracle deck. I love this deck. I've been using it ever since I get it. It just seems to tie my readings up perfectly. And I only get one card, but sometimes more come out. Just like in this instance, Cancer, money, wow, and triumph, wow. Money, you may receive a payout, lump sum, or inheritance. A windfall is possible too. Well, you have got the Wheel of Fortune, so I absolutely feel like that can be true there for you. Sorry about the reflection of my light. And you've got triumph. Congratulations, you have achieved successful completion of a goal, a pleasing outcome. I love that. And that is absolutely linked with the World card there. You're ready to move on to that next phase in life, that next turn of that wheel. It's wonderful. Oh my gosh, I've just moved my camera everywhere. Sorry about that, Cancer. Now, don't forget, I am offering those mini readings. So if you'd like one, leave a small donation, put your comment in the comment section below, and I will bump you up the queue. You won't have to wait for me to get through all of the free mini readings. I am working through those slowly, but if you pay, I know you're going to watch them, so I'll put you up there. I'll put you first. So have a great few weeks, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.